Becky Lynch files for divorce after Seth Rollins teams up with Paul Heyman, WWE's power couple shattered. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In the world of professional wrestling, few couples have captivated fans quite like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. They were WWE's power couple, fierce competitors, loving partners, and parents to a beautiful daughter. But now it's over. In a bombshell revelation that has rocked both the WWE Universe and social media, Becky Lynch has officially filed for divorce from Seth Rollins. And the reason? Seth Rollins has aligned himself with the one man Becky despises more than anyone, Paul Heyman. What happened behind the scenes? What drove Becky to this breaking point? This is the full story. WWE's power couple. Let's go back to where it all started. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch went public with their relationship in 2019. The man and the architect, two of WWE's biggest stars, stood side by side, both inside and outside the ring. They got engaged later that year, and in 2020, they welcomed their daughter Rue into the world. They weren't just a couple, they were goals. The kind of love story that transcended kayfabe and reminded fans that even in a brutal world like wrestling, real love could shine. Together, they were unstoppable. Becky headlined WrestleMania 35 and became the man. Seth defeated Brock Lesnar twice in 1 year and solidified himself as the guy. They supported each other, celebrated together, and never backed down from a challenge. But slowly, cracks began to form. The slow unraveling. In early 2025, things began to change. Becky was fighting her own battles, both in the ring and behind the curtain. A heated rivalry with Lyra Valkyria, a grueling title chase, and the pressures of being a top star in a male-dominated space. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins started slipping into darkness. After his crushing defeat at WrestleMania 41, Seth seemed unhinged. He grew erratic, unstable, and obsessed with reclaiming relevance. His once iconic laugh became manic. His promos? Disconnected, almost paranoid. And then came Paul Heyman. Heyman began whispering in Seth's ear, slowly, strategically. He offered guidance, control, and a return to the spotlight. Becky saw it. She tried to intervene, tried to talk sense into him. But Seth didn't listen. Instead, he grew colder, more distant. And when he finally shook hands with Paul Heyman on WWE Raw, aligning himself with the man responsible for countless betrayals, Becky walked away. The shocking announcement, 12 to 1800 hours. Becky Lynch files for divorce from Seth Rollins. On May 6, 2025, the WWE Universe was hit with a notification that sent shockwaves around the world. Becky Lynch has filed for divorce from Seth Rollins. The report was confirmed by both WWE and multiple entertainment outlets. It wasn't a storyline. It was real. Becky had officially ended her marriage to the man she once called her king. Insiders close to Becky revealed that her decision came after weeks of emotional turmoil. She was heartbroken. She had stood by Seth through everything. Injury, controversy, isolation. But teaming with Paul Heyman? That was unforgivable. In a private statement to WWE officials, Becky said, "He chose ambition over family. He chose Paul Heyman over the people who truly loved him. I can't be a part of that darkness." It wasn't about wrestling anymore. This was personal. Locker room reactions. The wrestling world responded quickly. From current superstars to Hall of Famers, everyone had something to say. Bayley tweeted, "No woman deserves to carry her family while her partner carries his ego. Love you, Bex." Bianca Belair said during a backstage interview, "Becky's strong. Stronger than people know. She didn't just walk away from a marriage. She walked away from pain." Sami Zayn tweeted, "Wrestling aside, choosing Paul Heyman over Becky? Man." Even Triple H reportedly told close friends he was disappointed in how things played out, especially considering Becky and Seth had once been seen as the faces of WWE's future. Seth and Paul's new alliance. So where does this leave Seth Rollins? Right in the eye of a hurricane. With Roman Reigns gone, Solo Sikoa rising, and Paul Heyman back at the center of the storm, Seth Rollins has become a key player in the most dangerous alliance in WWE. Seth is no longer the visionary. He's not the architect. He's a manipulator, guided by the master manipulator himself. Heyman has once again orchestrated the destruction of a family, just like he did with Roman and the bloodline. And Seth? He's embraced it. In a chilling promo on Raw, Seth addressed the rumors. I didn't betray Becky. I just stopped pretending. She wanted a husband. I wanted a legacy. He smiled. And Heyman applauded. Becky Lynch's emotional response. Days after the divorce news, Becky Lynch made her first public appearance. She stood in the center of the ring. No music, no theatrics. Just a woman, broken, yet unshaken. She grabbed the mic and said, I gave him everything. A family, a home, a heart. And he gave it away for a man who would stab him the first chance he gets. I don't care about championships right now. I don't care about the spotlight. I care about making sure the next time Paul Heyman whispers in someone's ear, they remember what it cost me. And as for Seth Rollins, he's dead to me. The arena stood silent. Some fans cried. Others chanted her name. Becky, Becky, Becky. It wasn't just a promo. It was goodbye. What's next for both? Becky Lynch has reportedly requested time off from WWE, not to step away from competition, but to heal. She's focusing on her daughter, her mental health, and re-establishing her identity as the man, not the wife. But make no mistake, she will return. And when she does, she won't be aiming for gold. She'll be aiming for blood. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman have big plans. Rumors suggest they're forming a new faction, a hybrid of the Shield and the Bloodline, with Solo Sikoa as the enforcer and Rollins as the brains. It's dangerous, it's chaotic, and it's fueled by the fallout of a real-life heartbreak. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were WWE's golden couple. They were a symbol of love, power, and unity. But love in WWE is fragile. All it takes is one betrayal to tear it all down. Becky made the hardest decision of her life, walking away from a man she once called her soulmate. And in doing so, she reminded us all why she is still the man. This is more than a breakup. It's a war, and it's only just begun. Becky Lynch files for divorce after Seth Rollins teams up with Paul Heyman, WWE's power couple shattered. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In the world of professional wrestling, few couples have captivated fans quite like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. They were WWE's power couple, fierce competitors, loving partners, and parents to a beautiful daughter. But now it's over. In a bombshell revelation that has rocked both the WWE Universe and social media, Becky Lynch has officially filed for divorce from Seth Rollins. And the reason? Seth Rollins has aligned himself with the one man Becky despises more than anyone, Paul Heyman. What happened behind the scenes? What drove Becky to this breaking point? This is the full story. WWE's power couple. Let's go back to where it all started. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch went public with their relationship in 2019. The Man and the Architect, two of WWE's biggest stars, stood side by side, both in